No one knows the day or the hour, not the angels in heaven, nor the Son himself. Only the Father knows. Matthew 24:36. You ever thought about the end? I just told you no one knows the day or hour. But you ever thought about how it will end? What if? What if the journey at the end of life is not the lonely path into eternity, but rather an incredible reunion with all the ones that you loved and lost? Hello, Governor. This is Rakai Steed, nupefromdaville, and we're going to jump right into this thing, the continuation of last episode. Last episode was season 4, episode 8, Silence of the Library. This is episode 9, Forest of the Dead. So we're still on the library planet, and I'm sure it has a name. I don't remember what it is right now. But we find out that the Vashta Nerada, they hunt in forests. They come from forests, and somehow the doctor figures out a way to talk to them. And they find out this is our forest. And he's like, what do you mean this is our forest? This is not a forest. It's a library. And they kept saying, this is our forest. And then he finds out books. There's billions of books on this planet. And the forest that the Vashta Nerada came from, they pulped that forest and turned them into the books. So trillions of microspores were in the pages of the books all along. And when they hatched, it was like we recently had like a cichlid, is that what those things are called? Cicadas. We recently had a cicada apocalypse where it was like 2 or 3 different broods of cicadas all hatched at the same time, and the places where they hit, it seemed like the last of days. In this particular episode, the doctor is on his journey to save not only the people who were in the library, the people in the library right now, but to get Donna back. Donna has been saved. He tried to transport her out to the TARDIS, but somehow the signal got jacked and she was saved. What does the end of days look like for you? Now, most of us, that is an uncomfortable thought, an uncomfortable feeling, and we don't want to deal with it at all. Not one bit. I don't want to know. I'm just going to live my life as I live, and however I go out, however I check out, it must be my day, and that's going to be what it is. But are you prepared for that day? I mean, how do you prepare? There are ways. For me, there are ways that I would prepare my soul to cross over, and I'm not going to go into that here. It's not what this is about. But have you thought about what it takes for you? Have you done estate planning? Do you have a will? Better yet, not a will. Do you have a trust? Listen, if you don't know the difference between a will and a trust, get you some understanding. Get a trust so that your assets and what you're trying to leave to people is not tied up in probate. Get a trust. No inheritance tax, no probate. Get a trust. I digress. Tom Rockman, Rachman, Rockman, says that our greatest fear is not the end of life, but the end of memories. I've thought about that before. And while it's easy to say, I'm not afraid to die when it is my time to go, but who I am now and the memories and experiences that I've accumulated and the people that I have loved, lost, continue to love, will I forget them? Will they forget me? That is a heavy thought. And I don't know if you've thought about it. I have. I guess I'm getting a little bit vintage in age. So, as a young man, you don't think about the end. You're invincible. I'm made of sterner stuff. I can do anything. I will do everything. And then you grow and you mature, and it didn't turn out like I thought. And I'm not at the end of my rope yet. I still have time to do anything and everything. And I'm probably not going to do anything and everything, but it will be a lot. Still got a lot. I got, I'm not necessarily Jordan on the Wizards yet. I still do got some in the tank. This might be the second three-peat. Even though, I guess, it'd be the second three-peat, because I guess my first three-peat was my kids. Even though I got 4 of them. I had a 4-peat. Ooh, better than Jordan. No, not really. Centel and I, and if you have not seen the reaction that Centel and I had, there's a link in the description. Check that out after you're done watching this, or you can do it before, whatever, but you must come back, finish this video. Where we say it all the time, grand opening, grand closing. And that's what this is. We're talking about the grand closing of life. David Sears says that seeing death as the end of life is like seeing the horizon as the end of the ocean. And in case you're not understanding what he means by that, what he's saying is that that's the end of life as you know it, but it's not the end. And that's another one of those concepts that's hard for people to deal with, because we don't have any proof that things go on. That's belief, that's faith. But there's not been definitive proof that once you pass from here, you go into the upper room. You don't know if you're going on the up escalator or the down elevator. We saw, and I don't want to give too much away, but we saw that River Song made a play. She made a sacrifice for the doctor. And you understand that, even though she's in these episodes and he hasn't officially met her yet, but even though now he's met her, which I guess in the future will make it easier to meet her, because now he'll kind of know her. He'll be like, hey, wait a minute, I know you. But he doesn't know what he means to her, what she means to him. She made a sacrifice play to save him, to save the future, really. And the doctor figured out a few things and grabbed her screwdriver and her echo that was in the screwdriver. And she was met by all the red shirts, the companions that she brought with her to the library. And that's a wonderful thought. Like, everyone had on they white or their very light linen clothes. And I don't know if it's some people's view of heaven or what have you, but it's a very nice thought that the people that you care about, that the people that you love, will see you on the other side. Or in your mind, in your soul, that's how things will be for you. Like I said, I'm trying to keep this short, so I will end it with this. This author is unknown, but I love this quote. At the end of life, what really matters is not what we bought, but what we built. Not what we got, but what we shared. Not our competence, but our character. And not our success, but our significance. Live a life that matters. Live a life of love, because that's what matters. This is Rakai Steed, nupefromdaville. Like, comment, share, and by all means, subscribe. It's gotta be about this. It's gotta be about this.